Welcome to Spicy Secrets with Sophie Bergman. I'm your host, Sophie Bergman. Today we have two very special guests.
Marie Steer.
And I'm Gianna Liu.
Also known as the West Side Story Print EICs. Welcome to Spicy Secrets, guys.
Thank you for having
Thanks for having us.
So today we have three wings. We have Asian Zing, Mango Habanero, and Blazing Heat. We aren't actually sure which one is which. Yay! So we're going to start our day today with the one that we do know is right, Asian Zing. Let's get into it. Whew. Okay. So we're going to start our interview today with Gianna.
Oh, okay.
Gianna, you got into Northwestern.
Oh, yes, I did. I did. Oh, where did you take it away? Okay.
What was that process, like, applying to schools like?
Well, it was really stressful because unlike most people, I didn't go through Common App. I went through Questbridge. So instead of, choosing one school that you really like to, ED, that's what Northwestern usually does, you early decision. But I wrote 7 applications for my early decision. So that was kind of a different process and it was really stressful. I was cooped up in my room for hours and hours of my day just writing applications. So yeah, cheers.
And Marie, you haven't committed to a college yet.
No, I have not.
No, but what is applying for this and not knowing yet? Is that
I'm in a I'm in a sort of a nice boat because I got into a lot of my schools early. I did a lot of early action. So I didn't have to apply to a lot of regular decision schools because I got into my choices right away, which is really nice. I know a lot of people who didn't get in right away or, their early came out later. Were really stressed and had to apply to a lot of school or felt like they needed to apply to a lot of schools because of that. So, yeah, I think my applications season or whatever wasn't very stressful for me, which was really nice.
You are one in a million. That's
I know.
pretty rare from everyone I've talked to. Do you have a front runner for where you want to go?
So my dream school since I was a sophomore is Notre Dame, and I got into there early, which was really nice, obviously. Yep. However, it's really expensive, so still looking at scholarships in other schools too to see what is going to be the best fit for me.
That's epic. So, what has, for both of you, either one, what has preparing your entire high school career for college? Have you what steps have you taken to be prepared? And no.
Okay, I'll answer this, but I think Marie and I agree on what we both did. And the thing is we both of us didn't really prepare for college. We just did things that we really enjoyed, and that just kind of built up and led to things that we could put on our college applications. And this sounds really stupid. It's oh yeah, we didn't try that hard, but honestly we didn't. We really just focused on what we enjoyed doing. So for me, that is journalism. So I'm going to Medill School, which is the journalism school at Northwestern. And obviously my entire application was just about how much I love journalism. And I think that really shines out, past the test scores and the GPA or whatever. Schools are just really looking forward to accepting students who are passionate about what they do and not necessarily strategizing how you can do things more
Yeah, I would agree. I think one of the best pieces of advice I can give someone who's, either an underclassman or, starting to prepare for college applications is depth, not breadth. You don't want to do just a whole bunch of things that you can throw together on an application. I mean, sure, when you're looking at it, there are only 10 spots for your activities and stuff. So that that's part of it. But I think the main thing that you should focus on is, again, doing things that you really love because, again, like Gianna said, they can tell. And I think you can tell too. And you don't want to be doing a whole bunch of activities just because you think they're going to look good, because then where is that going to lead you? It's going to lead you into something else that you think will look good, and you'll never actually find what your true passions are. And I think also in high school, this is a really good opportunity to just have a lot of support when you're trying a whole bunch of things. So I think trying to do as much as you can that you actually feel passionate about. Try things right away. You don't want to just limit yourself to what you already know. But once you find something that you're passionate about, stay with it and prioritize it.
Those were some great answers, guys. Thank you. Wow.
It was I feel a little tingle on my tongue, but the flavors were good. The
Tingle.
flavors were there.
Yeah. How did you like Asian Zing?
It's good.
Epic. It was delicious. I loved it. That's my go-to wing. Okay, next up we have what we think, not sure, is mango habanero. Yum. Okay, so, oh, it smells great.
I think this one's less spicy than Asian zing.
Oh, really?
It's like a different type of spice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's fun.
My nose might start watering.
Yeah.
Mmm,
This is good.
sure. So yeah, West Side Story. You two are EICs this year, co-EICs. How have you taken on that challenge of having to like share the responsibility, but also getting to do it with someone that I think you guys are like close friends, you know?
Yeah, I think definitely it's been a really good experience because we are friends. Like we already going into this year, we were already really good friends, and so it's a lot easier to manage things and like have a good time while you're doing a lot of work when you have someone that you're really good friends with and that you can trust and like depend upon, which I think is we're really lucky to have.
Yeah. Also, I think one of the good things is that like when things get difficult, like you really need someone to listen to you and to lend an ear and give you advice. And Marie gives like really good advice, and she's very dependable, really hardworking, and I really appreciate having a partner in crime who can do all these like. Oh,
Sorry.
oh, she did not like that. Someone that you can work together. Because
But anyways,
It's on the spices. It went down the wrong pipe.
She good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So both of you, in my opinion, are very good EICs. How have you, did you want to be EICs from when you were, first started journalism, or is it something that you kind of realized later on, and, how did you prepare for it when you realized you wanted to be EIC?
So my path to EIC, I feel like is maybe not. I didn't really plan to be EIC for sure. I did FOJ, and then honestly, I wasn't even sure if I was going to join a staff. But then Gianna and Anna, they were in my class and they were both doing it, so I was like, I'll join, and I joined print because that's what they were doing. And then from there, I just really enjoyed writing, and I liked the people that I worked with, and I liked doing journalism, obviously. And so then I just took on more responsibilities, and it wasn't really I wouldn't say it was a conscious effort to be EIC or to take on roles in order to do that. I just I chose the things that I wanted to do, and I followed that, like I said. And then after my first year, I became feature editor, and I mainly chose that because that was the things that I was mostly writing. I was mostly writing features and profiles. So yeah, from there, then I just sort of became, in my junior year, I was just taking on more roles, and I really enjoyed doing journalism, so it was easy for me to be more active in the community and do more journalism things. So yeah, I would say it wasn't really necessarily a conscious effort, I guess, but it worked out really well, and I'm glad I'm ESE now.
Yeah, I would have to say the same thing. I think I'm always a pretty people's person, so the thought of being ESC didn't scare me much, but I didn't really think about it until towards the end of my junior year. So when I was doing staff on sophomore year, I was honestly just trying to survive and learn how to do things. So didn't really plan on it much, but it wasn't something I was oh no, I don't want to do that ever. But so yeah.
So you guys were both staffers your first year on staff?
Yeah, we didn't have a role. Neither of us had an editor position.
Final topic. New topic. New wing. We have Blazing Heat. Whew. I'm not excited. Okay. This topic is athletics. Gianna, how is being a student athlete and being so much more how has being an athlete really affected you?
Okay, so I played volleyball at West for 3 years, and then I took 1 year off this year to work on college apps because it was just too demanding. But being an athlete at school is honestly so different than what am I saying? It's not so different, but it's so difficult. It's really difficult. And I admire so many people who do multiple sports, honestly, because you dedicate every single day of your life, of your school life, to playing a sport. And I played volleyball since I was in 6th grade, but I've only played club, and it's very different. You have to push yourself to get up every single morning and train and whatever. So it just taught me perseverance and dedication.
You, Marie?
Yeah, I would say similar things. So I do tennis and cross country. And I did track for my freshman year. And I would say what you really learn from like doing a sport is that first off, like time management. I honestly felt like when I'm in the sport, I have better time management because you're so busy with that. So you need to make sure you're like staying up to date with your assignments. And yeah, I think being part of a team is really helpful to learning things outside of only sports, like in journalism too. It's the same thing.
Okay. How did you enjoy those wings?
Could have been spicier.
I was gonna say I don't think they're very spicy, but I'm not really a fan of this flavor.
No.
Yeah, the last one was really
It doesn't taste very good.
No. Thank you
I
for
really like the Asian sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's great. Thank you for joining us for Spicy Secrets. I'm Sophie Bergman. See you next time.